In this video, I'll be walking you guys through my $85,000 portfolio, where I'll be showing you all the positions that I've got, all the options trades that I've got open. So if you like content like this, where I'm showing my live portfolio, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Now, with this being my main portfolio, I do have a number of sub-portfolios that are a lot smaller in account size. For example, where I'm doing the Tesla synthetic option strategy to replicate the yield max portfolio. Again, if you're interested in learning about yield max funds and how you can replicate that yourself, the options down below are going to give you the playlist. You can view that type of content. Again, if you see here at the top, we're at $85,000 or just under. It was down on Friday by $833 or 0.97%. Now, this is a margin account. So again, I am leveraging and borrowing money from time to be able to level up this account. If we have a look at my portfolio in terms of my positions, the first one is Riot. So you can see here, I own 1,600 shares and I'm currently down $7,049 on this position. So I've been holding Riot for a while, especially with the big craze up in 2020, 2021, where Riot was trading at $50, $60. I was doing the wheel strategy. I got caught on this one where I'm still holding around 1,600 shares. So again, I am selling calls and selling more puts on this, which you can see down below in some of my option trading positions to walk through. So again, I'm narrowing down this cost basis. Every time I sell a call or sell a put, that cost basis is dropping and I'll be able to get out of the position for break even. Next one I've got is PayPal. So for those who know my channel pretty well, will know that I love PayPal. So I'm 401 shares, surprisingly, at a cost basis of 61.37. So I just have been buying shares throughout the dip and also selling puts and getting it signed. And you can see here that I'm up about 2.3K or 9.4% in this actual position. The next one is Tesla. So I started to buy some Tesla or yield max funds because I want to, even though I generate income through option selling, primarily through covered calls and selling puts, I also want to build up a 10-20% of my portfolio of do-it-yourself option trading strategy. So I don't think it's going to be my full portfolio because of the NAV erosion, all the things related to these types of funds. But again, 10 to 20% of my portfolio dedicated to these options, bring in $500 to $1,000 a month into this portfolio. So what this actually does at the moment, I'm getting anywhere between $200 to $300. You can see I'm down 730, but with the dividends I've collected, I'm probably slightly down in this position. The next one I'm not going to spend too much time on is Weight Watchers. I used to work for Weight Watchers, so these 248 shares were free shares that were given to me as an employee. When I left the organization, I transferred them into this account. So again, I just keep it there just because I want to keep it there. I probably should have sold it when it was trading at $10, and now you can see here it's at $1.59. So it's not a share that I use my own money for. So it's still free money, assuming that they don't go back. The next one is Tesla. So I recently got assigned a $155 put. You can see the cost basis is slightly lower because I have been selling puts and selling covered calls against the position. But this is one I'm looking to grow. So if Tesla does continue to drop below the 155, you can see here I've got the 150 put that I showed you guys in the video last week of me placing that trade. And you can see in a week, I'm already 43% up with the June 21st expiration. So even though Tesla probably won't go to 150, I'm still making money on the position. I'm still picking up that $100, which again, I can use to go buy a couple more shares of PayPal and things. So this is how options can help you grow your portfolio and use that premium to go buy more shares or yield max funds, whatever it may be, to be able to grow your portfolio. So the next two positions, I've got a 20 call for 11 contracts. Let's get back out of that. And a 17 put. So this is a strangled position, which originally was a call that went wrong when I was doing weekly calls. I got a call on Riot, so I had to open up a put and be able to move around my strikes. So I'm not going to go into the details of this particular position, but effectively this position makes me $100 to $200 a month. I keep rolling it. I need Riot to go back up to 17, so then I can get out of this position, or at least roll down the put to 16, 15 going forward. We also have a strangled position on Tesla, the 160, 185. I did have this at a think it was at the 170, 150, I think it was originally. Obviously, Tesla went up from earnings, so I got a bit stung. But now I'm in a good position now with Tesla trading at 177, right in the middle of my strangle position at 160, 185. So I am 7.6% up on this, and I'm probably just under break even on this overall trade. Tesla put we talked about before, and I'll probably look to close this at 80-90% profit. And then we've got an IWM strangle. So this is what we call an inverted strangle, where my put is higher than my call. So I made some good money last year trading IWM strangle. But what happened was when, I think it was at the back end of 2023, where IWM just ran up all the way to 208, 209, where I had the call sitting at the 170. So every single month, what I've been doing is rolling up this call while using the premium of the put to bring that call up by $1 or $2 while still achieving a net credit. So again, that might be a bit complicated. Again, if you want to know more about this position, comment down below. I can do a separate video. But effectively, I am behind on this position at the moment. I need to effectively bring my call up as high as I can to then offset the losses that I made. So I've been doing that now. The underlying is now dropped to 200, so my put in the money. So the more that IWM goes down, helps out my call a lot more, which will help me then roll this up. So my goal is to really hopefully get this to the 190 mark at some point, or the call up to 190. So therefore, I'm bringing my strike closer together around the current price. And then lastly, we look at my cash options. So again, I am from the UK, so I have a GBP cash balance of just over 12k pound and the USD cash balance of 15k and total cash of 30.7k. Well, I've got a decent amount, nearly 40% of my portfolio is sitting in cash at the moment. So I do have room to deploy to go pick up shares of undervalued companies. So this is what I'm looking to do. Again, I could put it into Yield Max and make a couple of grand a month, but for me, I'm just waiting on the sidelines at the moment, waiting for an opportunity for a stock that is below market value. So I could continue going into PayPal, but again, I want to diversify out my portfolio because I've only really got 1, 2, 3, only got 4 positions, and WW doesn't really count. And Riot is one I'm looking to get rid of anyway. So again, I need to start building up this portfolio. It's predominantly made through option income, where I started with around 50, 60k. So again, it's something I'm looking to build on as time goes on. But again, if you've got any views or comments, love to hear them down below, and I shall see you guys in the next video.